How you doing? This is Phillip at the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Entrepreneur. So today I'm going to talk a little bit about staying organized, and uh, so I've got a couple different businesses, as I've mentioned before, and I'm often asked, how do you keep it straight with so much going on? Well, sometimes I don't, but here's what I try to do. Um, I have my whiteboard here that I keep kind of free flowing thoughts. What's going on in my brain? So I've got kind of on the, I don't know if you can see there, on the left side. Um, I've got different columns. I got Cold Stone on one, and then I got my trading on one column, and I've got my premium franchise consultants on one column, and then my social media plan. By the way, I'm not very good at that yet, working on that still. And just some uh, some things to do and not do. And the sun seems to be screwing up my picture. All right, and then so that I just, when I get an idea, I throw it up there. If you notice, right in the middle of that whiteboard, I wrote marketing in big letters because I'm trying to remind myself to focus a lot on marketing. It's kind of been a weakness for me and something I'm trying to get better at. In addition to that, I've got a Trello board that I keep track of. I keep different columns for different weeks. So, for instance, this is the week. Today's the 30th of October, but 2 days ago would have been Monday. So I have a column that says week of 10/28. And then next week I have a week of 11/4, week of 11/11, week of 11/18, and I've got about 40 things that I want to get done listed on each of those weeks. And to be honest, I only get about half. Trying to do better, but right now I'm getting about half. So I take the half I didn't get done, throw it on the beginning of the next week. I go through it real quick and make sure it's still a priority, because oftentimes those to-do items shift a little bit. Maybe, I don't know, some event happens and you realize, well, this to-do item is actually about 6 steps, so maybe I'll break it into 6 different to-do items. Or maybe I realize, you know what, it doesn't really accurately depict what I need to do. Let me just shift the wording of it a little bit. And I spend probably an hour a week just organizing what I need to do over the next month. I would recommend that in an hour, half an hour maybe, when you first get started. But once you got a couple of things you're doing, and by the way, I think everybody should have at least a couple of things going on, but once you have a couple of things going on, just start doing this, and I think you'll be surprised how quickly um, your life improves just by keeping track of it. I really found it helpful when I started taking on employees. Um, right now, I mean, it's late fall in Washington State, so at the ice cream store, which is the only place that I have employees right now, other than people to watch the kids. But right now I have, I think, 11 employees. Sometimes it gets up to as high as 17, kind of in that range. But as soon as you start taking on employees, some of them you're only going to see for a few minutes a week. Yeah, because my store is open late and I go to bed early, so I don't see the late night crew very often. So when I do, they'll tell me something needs to be done. I need to make sure I write that down, because I'm getting information thrown at me constantly all the time. So just by making a little note, making sure it gets on the Trello board, it gets done eventually, assuming whatever they need is has merit. If it doesn't have merit, I'll nod and smile. Or maybe I'll just tell them, hey, yeah, I'm not doing that. Here's why. But you got to be careful. Managing different employees is different personality types, so you certainly don't want to offend them I've been known to do that. So yeah. So anyway, staying organized, very important. As I get better at it, as I go on, I'll share tips and tricks as I found them. But for right now, the Trello board works good. Oh, and for bill paying, I actually have a separate one that I keep track of kind of monthly. Because I think you'll find you'll start missing credit card payments if you don't track that stuff. So, yeah. So anyway, that's it for today. Phillip out.